every Godzilla fan has a welcome. Every Godzilla welcome.
Nice.
Welcome to my Godzilla collection video. At every single point in a man's life, he will love Godzilla, but it is his choice whether he chooses to upload a my full collection video or not. I have not been that man for a while, so we're gonna do that right now. I don't really have an order that I was wanting to do this in besides just give you guys probably what you want to see first. So we're gonna start with the Bandai movie monster collection first. This collection is 23 years in the making. Now, I was a child for a good chunk of that, and I've been poor the other chunk of that. Nah, but I'm blessed for real, so let's go. This is the 1998 Bandai soft vinyl one. I repainted his spikes and his claws because he was very wearable. Also from the Heisei era, we have the Burning Godzilla. This one was from 1995, the Bandai. This is the 2001 line. I'm not a fan of the new one, but I think the paint job on that one just isn't as nice. Like this one has a little bit of a translucent glow to it that is actually in the actual mold. This one I will say I did just get, and I think the paint job is pretty good. This is the 91, just the modern version of this figure. Something I'm just now noticing on the new ones is they don't put what year on the bottom of the foot anymore. My next favorite personally is the Millennium era. This one, I don't know the official, like the brand of this. It's nothing on the bottom of the feet. He's got some weird ass King Kong feet texture. I don't know where he came from, but then this is the one I got on my trip to Japan last year. This is the actual Godzilla 1999, Godzilla 2000. I think his tail is so fucking long in this and it looks so good. Yeah, again, the new ones, they don't have it on the bottom of the feet, but this Godzilla 2000 is my favorite. This is the newest version. I kind of always forget that this guy's in the Millennium era, but I've got the original Godzilla Final Wars. 2006 is when this one came out. I like this one a lot. It's funny because I feel like the newest version of this figure, I saw it at Books A Million the other day. I feel like it's even more form-fitting. You know how the monsters in this movie were so much more form-fitting, like the costumes and everything? This one was also one of the first ones that I got. I remember getting this when I was little. This is from 2002. I don't know exactly which movie this is from. This seems like more of the classic Gojira movie. This guy's not bad. He's from 2007. I believe he's meant to be from Hedorah. He sits really high above the other figures in the 6-inch line, and that kind of freaks me out, and I think his face is kind of... This one's semi-modern. We've got the anime Godzilla from 2017. I have the monsterverse Godzilla that I repainted. I just took a sponge with like a weird mossy look and kind of just dabbed over, but like base, he only comes with this pink and then the gray color on here. That's kind of my problem with a lot of the modern figures, and I know they're just, you know, they need to pump them out. Next, the Class C -1 design that we've got. I got the action stance one when I was in Japan last year. I love that it looks super similar to the statue in Shinjuku. I also have the 3-inch of the Godzillasaurus from the 2023 -1 movie as well. I like the size difference more rather than getting the 6-inch version of him. I kind of like how, I know it's not perfectly to size. I'm big on scale. That's why the 2014 and the 2019 Monsterverse movies and 2017 Monsterverse movies are my favorite. That's a rant for another time. Let me chill out. This guy is the only NECA Godzilla that I have. He is from the 2019 movie Godzilla King of the Monsters. He looks dope. I didn't realize when I got him that he was NECA at all. I just thought he was super sick. I love the articulation. I mean, the detail is just insane. It's like, God, that is so scary. Now we're gonna go through them based on kind of quantity of figures that I have, but I want to build up to my favorites. So the very first one I got when I was little. Actually, Patrick, this is yours. That's my stepbrother. Sorry, man. I do have your Anguirus. Then we have the Final Wars Anguirus. My plug from my uncle runs a toy show, toy and hobby show. There's a Godzilla plug I have there that got me 2 figures. One being this Final Wars Anguirus, which is identical to this one. He's a little bit smaller. The mold's a little different. This guy is the theater release version. So you could get this like at the movie theater in Japan back when Final Wars came out. This is Rodan from Final Wars. This was also one of my first figures. Most of my first Godzilla figures came from when Final Wars came out. I believe this is GMK. Color palette's awesome. I love Mothra. Gorosaurus I got a couple years ago. Severely underrated character. I love his molding on here. Next we have Godzilla, but in a younger format. I'm just gonna go based off of the ugliest first. just nightmare fuel. And this is the more updated, more, well, I guess not even updated, but just the more accurate version. This is a comparison between the two. This one I also got in Japan. I kind of regret the getting this guy, I'm not gonna lie. We have the Baby Godzilla. Now the names, these are literally the names of the characters. A lot of people who aren't Godzilla fans, even some who are like Godzilla fans, don't really realize this. I just had to educate somebody the other day. This is Baby Godzilla. He is super hella cute. I also yeeted him in a recent video. Next is Godzillasaurus. This is what the -1 was inspired by. 1992. Holy shit. I love how they glisten. That's something that the Bandai, especially the modern Bandai, made in China ones just don't. They just don't have this glistening sort of in it. So I don't know, it makes it, that was weird. And then my very, very, very favorite Godzilla, Junior is my favorite, hands down. I know that little Godzilla is a fan favorite. My favorite variation of this is the, again, made in Japan line, straight out of, that is crazy, 960 yen. In perspective, that's like the change you get back. This is crazy how cheap this guy used to be. Color's a little better on this just because this has had more wear, but ultimately this one is more durable. Moving on to the villains, I'm just gonna go in order of the amount of figures that I have. Classic Showa, Gigan, beautiful colors. No shit, okay, so this is from 1998, that's dope. And then the, I hate to say the better version, but my God, he is gorgeous. I mean, he is seriously so beautiful. I also know they have a version now with the chainsaw hands that I would love to get my hands on, but this is the regular Final Wars one. Then we have 1998 Space Godzilla. This was one of the first figures I got. I like colored on this bitch. He has had some wear and tear over the years. And just a couple weeks ago, I bought the modern version. So for comparison, you can kind of see that there aren't gold spikes on anymore. He put this red spikes on him, which is fine. I think that this pops a little bit more, so I think it just looks better naturally, but I will say his eyes are orange red in this one, and I think that's a nice color palette as well. This one was one of the more recent ones that I got. This is the Batra Larva, again, made in Japan. It has that really hard, heavy duty feel to it. After that, we've got probably my favorite Godzilla villain. God, how many times am I gonna change up? Orga. I think Orga is so dope. I am trying to sway a man into getting rid of his YMSF. I don't think I even got that right that time. Orga, which is the Orga that is after he absorbs Godzilla, where he has the spikes and the big like open mouth and shit. His paint is starting to wear. I think I beat the shit out of him most. Next is the 2004 Final Wars Hedorah. I think this is the most up-to-date release of this figure. And once again, shout out to Plug. We have Megaguirus, but it is the theater release, the theater exclusive. Just this glossy silver. I like that his claws look like they have blood on them. Next up, we've got Mechagodzilla. I'm just gonna go in order. Very first Mechagodzilla. Well, this is MG2. Mechagodzilla looks great. Also got the Mechagodzilla 2. This one's probably my favorite version. I don't know why. He just has this really nice, appealing look. Maybe it's because I grew up playing the Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. And then we have Mechagodzilla 3, aka QU, with these cannons on. Very, very cool. And then I just a couple days ago got the blue cannon ones. This one, the paint job, actually low-key not as good. And quick honorable mention, I do also have this guy. I think that he's Trend Masters. Next up, we've got very common Cretaceous Ghidorah. This figure was everywhere. I remember this was like the Ghidorah figure people had growing up. Actually, you know what? This is probably the more common one. The Showa, not Showa, the Mechagodzilla from the Heisei movie. It kind of has more Showa attributes on the face. I feel like I had 3 of these. Then we have Kaiser Ghidorah. It's not the older one, it's the newer version. I would like to have the older version as well. Before the tariffs, it was like $100-ish, and now I'm sure it's more. So I'm probably not gonna get it soon, but this Kaiser Ghidorah, I always liked him. These figures are haunting around me right now. This is my most prized possession. This is my most recent win. My most recent win. We have the original colored King Ghidorah. Actually, a lot of people don't know that. He was this blue, gold, red And my God, I can't believe there's a figure of him. And this is Kevin off doing his thing. And then we get the other two locked in. You know what I'm saying, boys? I got this from Big Bag Toy Store. Shout out. Now, for the moment you all have been waiting for, that I know I've been waiting for, we are moving on to the best villain in all of Godzilla history. The king himself, Destroyer. I also have the aggregate form. I have two of them, not the current, the newly made one that the toy line was just released. I think the aggregate form is my favorite form of Destroyer too. And we have the, dare I say, better made version. This one, technically not in the 6-inch line, but this is the version where his wings are just flat on the back. Looks like the devil incarnate. I mean, truly the best possible villain you could make. Destroy is king. He's the best. Now we're nowhere near done. This is the 12, like 14-inch one. Does he still make sound? I also have the actual like 6 to 8-inch one. Let me see if his mouth still moves. Yeah. Something sick I just realized he did the other day I have to share with you. See how his spines are misaligned right here? Had this figure my whole life. Watch this. He attacks? Oh my gosh, I lost my shit when I found that out. I was like, what the fuck? I also have this red Trendmasters one. I know there's a few other variations of it, but the red one is the one that I own. Next up, before we get to more miscellaneous things, we're gonna take a detour and we're gonna check out this sick VHS DVD film collection. First and foremost, I'll give him his attention real quick. We got the original Rodan movie. The artwork back in the day, incredible. It looks literally like it should go in a museum. And then we have the iconic King of the Monsters himself right here. I'm just gonna say artwork, and you're gonna sit here and appreciate the artwork with me. Got this gem just a couple days ago. We have King Kong versus Godzilla. I think that this one makes my entire library, I guess, pop. It's a little damaged on the back, but again, I've been trying to find these VHSs, and this one I found at a random antique store. I don't know if it works. My God, I still got to do that. Okay. Godzilla versus Mothra. The cover I have is the base one just from a screenshot from the movie. Next is Godzilla versus Monster Zero art. The sexiest thing I think that exists is this art. If we could get this on more like t-shirts and stuff, things like this. Oh! Shit. Next, Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. I like that Godzilla has this blue hue. I love how they barely included Ibira at all in this cover. This hue is fun. Art. And then we have Godzilla versus, oh my gosh, I do have this one. Holy shit, I thought I didn't have Godzilla versus Gigan. Game changer, I'm done with the video. I also liked when they released this line, this, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but when they released this line that had the Godzilla font right here, the name of the movie, and then a couple of like the characters on the front. Then I also have Son of Godzilla with the same exact design. Godzilla has this very oversaturated green look to him. Even here, like the movie, I don't feel like I remember him being that green in the film. He's not. And I just realized it's the same faded Godzilla. Heisei looking Godzilla here. Art. This is actually Godzilla versus Megalon. I don't know what happened to the sleeve, but I acquired the VHS tape, put that on the side, and then I drew Godzilla coming through this orb. My favorite show of Godzilla, though, right here, Destroy All Monsters. This is a severely underused art style. If we could have gotten an anime series with this art style, literally would be the best thing to ever happen to cinema, to humans. Okay. I actually just took a 2-hour break. And then finally, for the Showa era, we have Terror of Mechagodzilla. Looks nothing like they do in the movie, but my gosh. Continuing again with the faded Godzilla in the background, a picture of what is definitely not the Heisei Godzilla. The still that they chose in this one is this. Godzilla with a hint of lime. Moving on to Godzilla versus Biollante. The Heisei era has the best art, like banger. Banger, banger, banger. And then we've got Space Godzilla. I do need to get myself a little Godzilla figure. I don't have one yet. Here we come with the Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the Heisei. His H is missing. And finally for the Heisei series, literally the best movie of all time. I'm sorry, spoilers ahead of time. we have Godzilla 1998. I love this poster. I think that excluding the movie, I'm saying right now, and even I love the feel. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like got the bumpy skin. Oh, definitely a T-Rex. Like they Jurassic Parked the hell out of this movie. But I love Jurassic Park too, so it worked out great for me. I will live in peace. Boom. Sick art for, this was for Monster War. This isn't the entire series, but I do have this Godzilla Series 1. Something I just recently learned is apparently 98 Godzilla was supposed to blow atomic breath in the second one. I don't know why they saved it for the second one, because it was supposed to be a trilogy. For some reason, they were gonna save it for the second, and then when it bombed, they just never saw it. But for the fans out there who were mad that he didn't have it, believe it or not, he was going to, I guess. Godzilla 2000. Again, it has this super nice texture. Now this one is just for art. I got this off Etsy, so this one was kind of cool though. It's from just a custom made VHS case, Godzilla King of the Monsters, the 2019 one. It's a little snug. I actually don't even know if I can get it out. I think that this is really cool. This was a nice piece of artwork. They also had a Shin Godzilla one. Speaking of Shin Godzilla, I'm gonna go ahead and just go top to bottom on this case. We got Shin Godzilla right here. I remember how refreshing this was after such a long dry spell, and then immediately after this getting another dry spell. This is the shit. So we've got Godzilla 2014. This one was the first one that I got. I just came across this version of it that has the rental decal on there. It has stickers from Family Video, and when you open it up, it even has it on the disc, dude. Next, we got Godzilla Final Wars. I love that Zilla got his official little trademark. And then right here, we have a triple feature. We got Godzilla Mothra Battle for Earth. We got Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Again, I guess I have two of those. And then GMK. Got Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. You know, I love Megaguirus. Oh, that's cool. I actually hadn't even seen these before. I haven't looked in this one in a bit. That's cool that we get those other two versions. I don't like this movie though. I can't believe I found this. I went into this vintage store the other day, looked through everything, and inside it was the DVD. I'm so happy I found this. It doesn't matter, it's Godzilla. It's good, it's good. I don't care. I just want Godzilla shit. It doesn't matter. I'm excited. Godzilla King of the Monsters on DVD. Couple quick shout outs. We got Gamera's Attack of the Monsters movie, where he fights the knife head guy, and then Gamera Revenge of Iris. While we're talking physical media, I might as well go ahead and give it its time of day. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, my favorite video game growing up. Gotta love it, gotta love it. And then the Godzilla Save the Earth for PS2. I don't have the case for it anymore, but I do have this. And then Godzilla Unleashed for the Wii. Next up we have plushies. This one is the Thai Beanie Baby Godzilla, specifically made in Japan. You had to get this in Japan. It was not available overseas. It included black eyes, whereas the one available over here in the States, this one had white eyes. Gotta show my favorite next. This is Old Reliable Heisei Godzilla. I believe this is Godzilla Origins. Homeboy is my absolute favorite. Still sleep with this thing. I'm gonna screw this up. I think this is the Beanie Baby Mothra. This is a newer one that you can unzip his mouth and a flame comes out. I judge my plushies based on how good they are at cuddling. And lastly, I could not leave Books A Million the other day without getting a massive Godzilla plush. This thing is pretty huge. It's like, I would say, 1.5 feet to 2 feet tall. It's the biggest shit I've ever put out. Can't you tell? Don't we look alike? I don't think that's how that works. Now I want to move on to miscellaneous figures and stuff that I collect. So one thing that I collect are keychains. You're coming with me for this one. These are the keychains that I'm starting to collect right now. I don't remember the name of them, but they're just these little like rubbery sort of fun looking characters, and it's all in like a mystery pack. So I got Orga most recently, just looks awesome. Got Mechagodzilla 1, got Godzilla, he kind of looks like he's up to something. Got Abira, kind of whack, but he's all right. Fucking got Space X, whatever it is. Force X, Space X ship, X Force, I don't remember the name of it. And then I got a little baby Shin Godzilla and the first Heisei Godzilla movie poster one. This one came from the Godzilla X Kong the New Empire kind of collab thing. This was the Godzilla Evolved one. The Shimo was also dope, and the Shimo came with a little keychain. These are super special to me. These are here are a couple other keychains. My brother Sam just got this from the store over in Shinjuku, the one that I went to. Zilla keychain, it moves up and down. If the packaging wasn't in such good condition, I probably would take it out because I really want to put it on my keychain, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep it shut for now. The movie merch for Zilla, Speaking of that merch, I have the Taco Bell Zilla cup thing that would go on the outside, like it would hang on your window. This, I think, came from Taco Bell as well. The Gruesome Gulper mug goes so hard and the color's awesome. I don't have a lot of Funko Pops, but I do have a couple. Here is my original one. This was before when was this? This was 2015. Funko Pop, really before the Monsterverse had their hand in with Funko. He's super fun, just a basic Godzilla. And then this is what the Monsterverse from the GVK one looks like. Mug-wise, I have this Mothra mug that somebody got me, I think off of Etsy back in 2019. One of my friends got me this. Maybe if you can see if I put something behind it. Yeah, sorry. It's cold. Lastly, these are some honorable mentions for just cool things that I have. There's a Trendmasters Godzilla piggy bank, and then the iconic Flame Zilla. I have to rewire his cord because his cable snapped off. Also, shout out to the Mothra blanket that came out of the Mothra larva plush that I had. I still haven't told everyone on Instagram that I gutted that Mothra, so they are going to hate me. And I just got this at Hobby Lobby. I love this poster. This is the Godzilla King Ghidorah Heisei one. And next up, we have shirts. I have this one that I just got from Life is Good again. Gotta flex it a little bit. I'm only excited about it mainly because I'm only excited about it. Life is Good, dude. It's the best clothing brand there is. Now for the vintage t-shirts. First up, we've got this Godzilla shirt. It says, I think it says, what's it say? Beware. Just shows a destroyed city and stuff. And honestly, the best is the back. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Once again, have a Godzilla shirt that the back looks better than the front. We have here, it says, it's not another earthquake you're feeling. It's your mom. And then the back has this shot of him just like absolutely tearing out of the t-shirt. Next, this one's not vintage, but this is the fourth and final thing I got from Japan when I went last year. I got this Destroya t-shirt, Tokyo Waterfront City. And last but not least, probably my favorite, I think it's the best looking Godzilla shirt, vintage Godzilla shirt that I own. Doesn't have anything on the back. It's just got a really soft feel. Unfortunately, I'm starting to see through it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot this. This was literally the very first Godzilla figure that I got. I got him at the Indianapolis Children's Museum, which it makes absolutely no sense for this to be at a museum where you get like dinosaur. I mean, they had like a dinosaur exhibit and shit like that. But to find this guy, I used to have the green Dorme. I just remember absolutely being crazy about this, and I could never part with him because he was my very first. So this was my very first Godzilla figure. That is my Godzilla collection. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me what your favorite thing is that I own. And what's the coolest thing you have in your collection? Like, talk to me, dude. The Godzilla fan base, I've been a Godzilla fan since I was 4 and I'm 28 now, and I've literally never like gone in depth with like talking to the Godzilla fan base until I recently started making Godzilla content. I've always been making different kinds of content, and the Godzilla fan base is so damn supportive. Everyone's just like, fuck it, yeah, we all dope as shit. If you guys want more Godzilla content, you definitely do. You want more Godzilla. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong, and I will see you in the next one.